I love you with all my heart, all my soul, every part of me. It's all I can do to mark where you start and where I end, you see.
Need is we'll make
Put strips.
yeah, we'll make 3 tent stakes. So we want to make them all the same length. So sometimes you can use your tools to measure things, and you measure them all the same. I put on my hatchet here this mark, which is 12 inches, and so I always know I can use that to measure, but that's 12 inches there. Yeah, so this ground's pretty soft, so make a little mark there at 12 inches. Just a little mark, and then I'll move my leg. Okay, so now take your saw and go ahead and we'll cut that to length. This will be a good tent stake size. And never put your knife on the ground. Always put it back on your sheath. Push button right there. Push.
What are we gonna make?
Yeah, we're going to make a little cooker. Now you can, once you have that cut to length, you can use that to measure the next piece. So just take it on there and make a little mark with your saw. Okay, so now I want you to cut this last one by yourself. Do you see how I put it on my knee? You can kind of use your knee as like a mini workbench. So make a, this here is kind of, when you get a spot here that's kind of got it's all crooked, it's not very nice.
You can measure it.
We could skip it. So what I might do is
And
just,
then one cut right there. Right here.
well, I was thinking we'll just get rid of it. So this is kind of a big saw here. So what I'm do is just cut that off, and then you got a nice clean piece here that doesn't have a lot of
That's one nasty.
yeah, well, not too many knots.
That's one nasty saw about that.
it's my big boy. You want to try it?
No.
See if it works better for you. You can get 2 hands on it. I'll hold this. Got it marked?
About.
Let me get out of your way. You're wielding a real weapon there. Okay, ready? Go.
Oh, you okay?
Yep, it's okay. Just work on your control. Nice, smooth, even strokes. It's a little faster, huh? We're going to make a couple tent stakes. So we want to put a point on one end and a little chamfer on the other end. So you can do this 2 ways. You can do it with your knife. Hey, heart racer. You can do it with your knife here. This is called a push cut. And it's when you hold your knife like this and you use your thumb
And push.
to push, you can get more power on that. Take your knife out and try that. Exactly. It's called a push cut. And you just work around, you cut, and you rotate it, and you keep doing it like that.
I push cut most of the time.
Right, it's a really good way to do it. Now a better way, if you have a hatchet, is this little stump that we have here. Makes a perfect little workbench. So what I'll do is I'll find a stump like this to work on. That way, when we're chopping,
It doesn't dull the blade on any rocks.
exactly. If we were to chop here in the dirt, chances are we'd hit a rock or hit something. It's not the way to do it. So knowing that we're cutting on wood, that's okay. So It takes a little practice and you choke up on the axe a little bit, but
I did this once.
you could just do a quick, I keep rotating it.
And then you could do the final cut with your knife.
Yeah, and that's what I'll do is I'll clean it up with my knife and get a nice point on it. Now, if the ground is really hard, you want a point that's a little bit shorter. So you have it comes to a real sharp point. It won't dull as much. But if you have ground like this that's really soft, you can go a nice long point, like a spear. All right, you try the axe and see if you can you want to put your knife in your sheath always. The reason for that is that if you had to survive, if you were lost, if you ever put your knife down and lost it, you'd be in trouble. Now watch your knee right there. Get up and choke up on it. Good. And get a little turn.
I like the knife better, to tell you the truth. It takes more time, but...
Yeah, it's just fine. You can use a knife. The hatchet takes a little bit more strength and practice. There's another cut called kind of a pole cut. You see how I hold my knife? I reverse the handle like this. And this is a cut where you can pull to yourself. If you need to pull, you can exert a lot of strength, but you have to be careful with it because the blade now is coming towards you, and you cut like this.
I do it this way.
Yeah, if you have something that's really hard that you need to put a lot of power on, you can cut this.
You can also do this.
You can push cut or pull cut. That's right.
Push cut I like.
So do you have your point done?
Nearly.
All right, now you see how I've got the bark here going like this? One thing that's fun to do when you're bushcrafting is to do things that everything you do should be elegant and look nice. And so what I'll do is I'll trim that bark around all the way. See how that looks? How it's nice, that contrast between the dark cherry and the white?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll make a nice ring around there like that.
And then you can put in little details of your own.
You can put details of your own. What you'll find is if you're always looking for an opportunity to make something beautiful, you can. Even something as simple as these tent stakes. What I do is I kind of have a design that's my own. I do the same on every one, and you can come up with your own design. And so what I'll do is I might put a ring. I might come up above it, measure my width of my knife, make a little mark with my thumb, and then make a little ring around it.
That's what I'm doing.
Or you could do 2 rings or whatever you wanted to. So you cut one side. And now watch how I put my knife in there. You see you can put your knife in there, and you can rotate the stick and roll that around there. And see, that cuts real nice, and then you can take the tip, and then you can just peel that off of there. It's like that.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool? Or if you want, you can take all the bark off.
I wish that I could float up from the ground. But I will never know what.
All 3 of them.
Oh, you did a triple stripe. I see that.
I like the green color in it.
Oh, that looks good. That looks really nice. Those are really pretty, aren't they?
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks great. Good point on it. Okay, so now these are our 2 stakes. We'll set these aside. Now we have to make a fork. So we'll need, which this is going to be perfect for holding our stick. So what we need to do is to cut these off at the same length here. So you can cut them whatever length you want. But they don't need to be very long, just a couple inches. So why don't you, I'll hold that once you saw them. Okay. You don't have to push real hard. Just let the saw cut.
You kind of have to push hard to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
I came here with a simple job to do, 'cause that news coming down the wire said when it hasn't got a door. So let down your golden hair for me to climb. Let down your golden hair for me tonight, just like an old-time telegraph man. Well, I came here with a simple job to do.
Why don't you take the hatchet and tap on this, and let's tap it into the ground just a little bit. Use the pole of the axe. Now, why are we hitting that log instead of the?
That way it doesn't crack down the middle.
That's right. When you're done with your axe, if you could put the blade in something, it's much safer.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now this piece here is going to go like this. This is a little bit long. Let's cut a few inches off of here. Probably about right here.
I think that there's a giant knot right there. Oh, this one.
All right. I'm going to hold this. I want you to put a point on that. I want you to kneel down right here.
Look, we're digging by a hole. Or we're looking by a hole.
Okay. Okay.
Well, this heart is turn a corner. Every room is in disorder somewhere else. So tonight I'll find a key, drive away a little early. It's the last time I wanna be that kind of lonely.
Let me see here. One thing you want to really watch there is you want to not interrupt this. You don't want to get that. You want a nice, crisp, clean edge on there.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? And so you can see that your cut is still back there a ways.
I see.
Yeah, so just go back in there. So you get your cut, and then you can take your point of your knife
Just cut everything out.
and clean that. Take that last little cut out. And that looks really good there. It's like that. Good. Good. Thank you.
our best chances this one.
Okay. Why don't you take your hatchet and pound those tent stakes in all a good ways down in there.
These two?
Yeah. Nice, easy, controlled. Choke up on the axe just a little bit. You'll have more control. Alright, so this is a magnesium fire starter here. So you use the back of your knife. See how it's sharp on the edges there? And you put the corner on there, and it'll send sparks. So what you can do, this one's a little bit short, what you can do is scrape some of that off of there into the fire. See how it's scraping off?
Mm-hmm. Looks like you've been doing that a lot.
Take the fire.
I'll try. I'll try to be in charge of the fire.
You're in charge of the fire there. We didn't put our fire quite in the right spot there, did we? There it went there if you want to get rid of it.
Maybe we should have saved it.
Oh, I think we have plenty, huh? That's hot.
Yeah, it's nice and warm.
Well, that pan was hot. It was sitting over the... Well, that's good. You got a good fire going there, don't you?
I just keep on adding things that are bigger and bigger and bigger.
You want to drink the water?
No, I'll be fine.
Look at her. She got something in her mouth. A wet blanket.
It's drinkable. Some of these pieces you just can't break. Can ya?
No, some of them are pretty
They're brittle, but
tough. That looks really good, Jack.
pretty soon we'll be able to burn wetter sticks, huh?
Yeah. Let's go collect some bigger stuff.
You don't talk to me, not the way that you used to. Maybe I don't listen in a way that makes you think I do. I've been wondering about what we're gonna do. It's just a house full of empty rooms.
That's one hot fire. You built a really good fire, Jack. Keep backing up.
That ought to be good. This is the dog's lucky day.
You gonna want a second one?
Part of the fun part. Look, Papa. I can't burn my fingers, can I?
Here, I brought something for you.
Oh, thanks.
Give it a shake. Why don't you guys go play? Why don't you guys go play? Good shot right in the middle. Look at the dent that it put in there. Cooper doesn't know if she should be scared of that or not.
Telegraph man. And I came here with a simple job to do. 'Cause that news coming down the wire said that your world's on fire, and I'm trying to get a message through to you.
Bottom right. You go check it out?
Yeah, here, hold it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You remember that time we shot that squirrel? And we brought it home and you thought about chopping off its tail?
It did chop off its tail.
You did?
Yeah.
Whatever you do with it.
Oh, it was outside. We tried to bring it in. Mom didn't want it in the house. And so it hung around outside for a while. I think Miss Pants probably carried it off and buried it.
I agree. And now she doesn't know where she buried it.
Whoa, what was that? What was that? Heart racer? BB ricocheted over there. She barked at it.
Where was that where you got the BB stuck in your skin when you were little?
Through my arm right here.
I remember when you...
No, it's this side. Right here. Put my fingers on it. Feel it?
Does it ever hurt you when someone pushes on it?
Nah, not really. You get him, Heart Racer.
Yeah, you get him.
You keep us safe. Yes, you get him, Heart Racer. You're so mean. Back through the years I go wandering once again. Back through the seasons of my youth. I recall, ooh, ricochet. Recall a box of rags someone gave us. And how my mama put those rags to use. There were rags of many colors. Every piece was small. I didn't have a coat. It was away down in the fall. My mama sewed the rags together. She sewed every piece with love. She made my coat of many colors. I was so proud of. Oh, man, you're a good shot, Pat.
I know where to aim. I aim to the right and the bottom.
As she sewed, she told a story from the Bible she had read about a coat of many colors Joseph wore, and then she said, perhaps this coat will bring him good luck and happiness, and I just couldn't wait to wear it. Mama blessed it with the key.